This is James with WSTrades.com. I want to bring you an update here, but before I get to this update, I want to say if you are looking for a trading account and you are new to the stock market, Moomoo does have a pretty good promotion going on right now. So if you go to the link in the comments and description section of this video, sign up for Moomoo and make a deposit. They do have this promotion going on where you can receive up to 15 free stocks plus one extra share of Tesla or Google. So if that's something that you're interested in, head to that link, check it out, head over to Moomoo and sign up and, get some free stock. Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker RIVN or Rivian Automotive. So they had a massive rip yesterday of over 9%, and then they pretty much gave it all back in after hours trading yesterday. So this huge rip, this massive rip, they close at $23.69, and then Rivian releases some guidance for revenue and some different details about earnings, and they also announced that they are doing a $1.5 billion convertible notes offering. So that triggered this massive sell-off here, and we've covered, it's been a while since I've made a video on Rivian, but we have covered Rivian in the past, and their financials are really, really bad. They are extremely inefficient. They lose money on every vehicle they make. So, if we come in here to Yahoo Finance and we look at the income statement, we looked at this before. If we come to the income statement here and we look at net income common stockholders, that's your earnings. For 2022, they lost almost $7 billion. So they're just hemorrhaging a ton of money. Now, if you look at the last 12 months, you can see that has slightly improved, but still, over the last 12 months, they've lost $6 billion. So if we come into the cash flow statements here and we look at the end cash position for 2022, yeah, they had over $12 billion, which is a lot, no doubt. But if you're burning $6 to $7 billion a year, this doesn't even last you 2 years. So that's why Rivian went out earlier this year, did I think it was the same amount, if I'm not mistaken, a $1.5 billion convertible notes offering. And here we are again for the second time this year, $1 billion plus dilution. So, no surprise here. And if it takes them, a while to swing to profitability, I would not be surprised if we saw one or two more offerings come in by the end of 2024. Because I was looking at an article here, just talking about Rivian, and the CEO was saying that, Rivian is seeing significant progress in lowering costs. And I think that's kind of what we see here when we look at the income statement and we look at the earnings. It's a slight improvement there on the earnings, coming from almost $7 billion down to $6 billion. So, actually that's a pretty good swing there. That's about $1.7 billion difference if you compare, how much money they lost in 2022 versus the last 12 months. So, that's what he's talking about there. They are able to swing that number down quite significantly. And, if this continues, the CEO is projecting here that they can become profitable by the end of 2024. So, it says that Rivian beat expectations for Q3 deliveries. They delivered 15,564 electric vehicles in quarter three, and that is a 24% improvement from the last quarter, which was only 12,640. So it says here Rivian believes it could make a profit on each vehicle made by the end of next year. So maybe not profitability overall, but at least, starting to profit on each vehicle made, which would be a huge thing for them. So we'll kind of see, no guarantees here, but hopefully, for the shareholders of Rivian, they can continue this kind of trend that we're seeing here because, from 2019 up to 2022, that was just absolutely brutal to go from losing 426 million in earnings to almost 7 billion. It was just like the more vehicles they produced, the more money they were losing, and now finally that number is starting to swing in the right direction. So this is a huge improvement here, I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully when we come around looking to the end of 2023, we're going to see this number still below that $6 billion mark, and then hopefully by 2024, if they can continue to improve efficiency, maybe we can see this thing down around the 4, maybe a loss of 4 billion, which again would be a significant improvement. But we'll kind of see here if, what the CEO is feeding everybody ends up being true, and if Rivian can really start to make profit, on every vehicle being sold by the end of 2024. I think long term, as long as they continue delivering, having these big increases in what they deliver every year, year over year improvement in vehicle production and delivery, and if they can continue this trend of reducing costs and becoming more efficient, they will be okay from the for the long run. But in the short term, again, I would not be surprised if the shareholders got hit with more dilution within the next year or so, and we got a couple more big offerings coming in. But I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker RIVN or Rivian Automotive. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.